Have you ever wondered what the most dangerous thing in the financial world is? It's not greed, as many might assume. It's not the fear of missing out, nor the dizzying volatility of the market. The most dangerous thing, the one that can quietly dismantle a lifetime of savings, is the illusion that you truly understand what is happening. While you're scrolling through social media, watching the hype around the next big AI token build into a frenzy, a completely different game is being played in the shadows. The truly rich, the silent players, aren't chasing the wave. They are the ones who create it. They buy into these AI tokens in complete silence, long before the first headline appears. Long before your favorite influencer tweets about a 100x gem. By the time you hear about it, they're already positioned, waiting for the curtain to rise on a show they've directed from the very beginning. The news, the articles, the endless social media chatter, they aren't organic expressions of market excitement. They are meticulously crafted tools, instruments designed for one purpose: to lead the crowd. Think of media and social platforms not as sources of information, but as the shepherd's call, guiding the flock of retail investors exactly where the big players need them to go. By the time the story breaks and the wave of FOMO crests, washing over the public, the silent money has long since settled at the bottom of the ocean, accumulating assets at prices you can now only dream of. This isn't a simple market of supply and demand. The world of AI tokens is not just about groundbreaking technology or decentralized futures. It is a sophisticated power game, a brutal ballet of information, asymmetry, vast pools of capital, and masterfully executed communication strategies. It's a world where the noise is a distraction and the real moves are made in absolute silence. Consider a recent little-known story that perfectly illustrates this hidden dynamic. A small, almost invisible fund based out of Singapore, operating with a team of just a handful of analysts, has quietly allocated $15 million into 3 obscure anonymous AI tokens. These weren't the tokens making headlines. They had no major partnerships, no charismatic founder, and virtually no social media presence. To the outside world, they were ghosts in the machine. But this fund saw something else. They didn't see technology. They saw a blank canvas. Over the next 3 months, something remarkable happened. That $15 million investment ballooned into a staggering $38 million. Was it luck? Was it a visionary bet on superior technology? Not at all. It was the result of a cold, calculated strategy. They systematically created waves of artificial interest, feeding carefully selected information to niche online communities, coordinating buys to trigger algorithmic alerts. And then, just as the mainstream crowd began to rush in, they sold at the perfect time, liquidating their position as the public's excitement reached its peak. This reveals a chilling truth about this high-stakes game. The sharks, the architects of these plays, do not need the project to succeed in the long run. They don't need the AI algorithm to be revolutionary or the blockchain to be scalable. Their success is not tied to the project's utility or its eventual adoption. They just need everyone else to believe that it will succeed, even if only for a short, frantic period. Their profit is harvested from the fertile ground of public belief, from the hope and FOMO of the crowd. The technology is merely the stage. The real performance is the manipulation of human psychology. The project's white paper is just a script, and the retail investor is the unsuspecting audience, paying for a ticket to a show where the ending has already been written by those who control the production. So, how exactly do they orchestrate this grand illusion? The playbook is as cynical as it is effective, a masterclass in psychological warfare. It often begins with the artificial creation of scarcity. They quietly accumulate a significant portion of the token supply when it's cheap and unknown, effectively cornering the market before anyone else is even aware it exists. This initial, silent accumulation phase is crucial. With a large supply under their control, they can dictate the price action. The next step is building the narrative. Okay. They don't just wait for media attention. They manufacture it. Hey, they hire covert marketing firms, plant stories with friendly journalists, okay, and build entire communities from scratch, using bots and paid members to simulate organic growth. Then comes the amplification. They deploy a legion of influencers, from large-scale celebrities to micro-influencers in niche communities, all paid to promote the token simultaneously, creating a powerful echo chamber that feels like an undeniable ground-up movement. Once the narrative is set and the hype machine is running at full tilt, they begin the next phase, pumping liquidity. They execute a series of large, coordinated buys, often wash trading between their own wallets to drive the price up aggressively. This visible price surge triggers trading bots and alerts, attracting momentum traders, and finally, the retail FOMO crowd. The chart looks like a rocket ship, and everyone wants a seat. This is the crescendo. As the public rushes in, desperate not to miss out, the liquidity they provide becomes the exit door for the silent players. With surgical precision, they began to sell off their massive holdings, piece by piece, into the buying frenzy they created. The selling is gradual, almost invisible, masked by the sheer volume of public excitement. And then, once their bags are empty and their profits are secured, they withdraw. They vanish back into the shadows, leaving behind a collapsing price chart and a trail of devastated retail investors holding a token whose story was never real. This isn't investing in technology. This is a meticulously planned psychological operation. It's playing on the most powerful human emotions: trust, greed, the fear of being left behind, and, most critically, ignorance of the game being played. And if you think this is a game reserved only for nimble, shadowy crypto funds, you are mistaken. The largest and most established players in finance are now employing these very same tactics, albeit with a greater degree of sophistication and plausible deniability. Big funds, hedge funds, and even factions within traditional banks are all participating. They understand that the unregulated, information-imbalanced nature of the crypto market is a perfect hunting ground. They don't make headlines with their acquisitions. Instead, they operate through a complex web of anonymous funds, over-the-counter, OTC desks, and subsidiary entities that are almost impossible to trace back to the parent institution. They accumulate massive positions silently, their movements hidden within the vast, opaque flow of global capital. They are playing the same game, just on a grander scale, with deeper pockets and more powerful tools to shape the narrative and control the flow of information. Ultimately, the AI token market, like so many speculative frontiers before it, is a stark reminder of a timeless financial truth. In this arena, you are either a player or you are a pawn. You are either the one who understands the game and moves in silence, or you are part of the noise, a component of the exit liquidity for those who do. The truly strong, the ones who consistently win, are the ones you never hear from. They don't boast on social media. They don't appear on talk shows to shield their bags. Their victory is silent, their profits invisible to the public eye. The noise, the hype, the endless chatter that is a tool. It's the spectacle created for the weak, the bait laid for the uninformed. In the world of high-stakes finance, silence isn't just golden, it's power.